Hello everybody, welcome back to Mass Effect 3. In the last session, what did we do last session actually? That's a really good question. What did we do last session? I think we did side missions last time. I don't know, I took like a couple of days off recording to edit my backlog, and now I've completely forgotten what we did last session, but hey, we're here now. I did take some time off between sessions to go ahead and I'll kind of do this real quick. I was down in the cargo hold changing my equipment real quick. What I did is I went around the galaxy. I don't know. I'm at the Citadel. I think I visited the Citadel as well. And I went and I scanned all these other places to get all the stuff out of them. And I'm gonna go over what we found real quick because it's a lot. We got 140,000 credits. A plus 456 war score. Note that that isn't total military strength, that's in half of what we actually have, that's just war score. We got 200, or what is that number? 24,455 fuel, which I have my own rant on the fact that I found so much fucking fuel. From the Citadel, we got the Pillars of Strength for the Batarians, the Book of Plenix for that Volus. We got the First Regiment banner for those Turians. We also got the Shadowbroker's Wetwork team for what's his fucking name? The other Volus dude next to the other Volus dude. Look, he's on screen right now. You'll see who he is. We also got that black market item that we were able to give to that. We were able to get that artifact that we gave to the black market guy, who then agreed to start giving weapons to C-Sec, so we could get General Raka off of the Blue Suns, and the Blue Suns have joined us now. We also we recovered a M25 Grizzly and a pair of Yimmer mechs, both of which are down in the cargo bay. I'm actually going to go back down because I've got some things to show down here as well. We also picked up the rest of those, see there's stuff. We picked up the rest of those dealer contracts. The Geth contract, if you remember, there's 5 in total. The first 2 we found, one was at Vermeer, one was at Pluto. We found the Geth contract on Casbin, which is the Hong system of the Armstrong Nebula. We found that Cerberus contract from Nepheron, which was in the Columbia system in the Voyager cluster, and the Thresher contract from Edolus in the Sparta system of the Artemis Tau cluster. Using those, we were able to get a pair of N7 Fury armor, which I look forward to using in the next session to just kind of do a really fun power space build. And we also got the M11 Wraith. Now, you're probably asking yourself, but you turned in 3 contracts. How did you not get 3 things? Yeah, well, pro tip. Pro tip here for any of you guys playing with this is that when you turn in a contract, you have to pick something. And if you accidentally click away and don't pick something, the dealer says fuck you and doesn't give you anything. So that I learned that. And interestingly enough, I keep coming back from the fucking galaxy map. I literally have a list here that I'm reading off of, and I'm just going for it. Thought I was going to show something in the cargo bay real quick, but I actually remembered I came across something very interesting. On the scans, one of the places we were able to go to was the Omega Nebula. Now this is already strange. We really shouldn't be able to go here in vanilla. Because this doesn't become available until the DLC, and even then, there's really not much out here. And I was curious. I was thinking, like, I wonder if the Omega 4 Relay has anything interesting to say, about it. But when I clicked on it the first time, there was a button down here that said plot jump or traverse relay or something like that. And I was really curious, and I was just like, okay, I backed out, I quick saved. And I jumped my way back through the Omega 4 relay, and that unlocked this down here. And it did this cutscene too, when we did it. I don't know if it's going to show the full cutscene, but this is just Mass Effect. Okay, it did more than that. It's just the Mass Effect 2 cutscene, and it showed the full approach to the collector base, with the collector base very tactfully edited out. And I came across a couple of things interesting. The first was this debris field, which is all those various ships and the remains of the collector base. And we got some items from here, and we sent them to an STG base, and now we have access to collector armor, along with a bunch of collector weapons, and I think that's very interesting. The second thing we discovered was this. A Cerberus station. So, that's kind of interesting. You know, it's weird, isn't it? There's a Cerberus station here beyond Omega 4. Now that's kind of interesting to begin with for a number of reasons. First of all, we know that they're kind of trying to do something with those remains now. Second of all, I'm kind of curious as to how that system even exists, because it was my impression the only reason we were able to traverse the relay in the first place is due to the fact that that massive station was generating a massive field big enough to keep us from not dying in the exploding suns and black holes of the galactic core. So, and that's obviously a modded thing. You could make some decisions based on that if you wanted to. I prefer to just kind of leave it be. It's kind of a cool addition. Doesn't really bother me too much. Now the thing I was going to show down here in the cargo bay is I've got a new kind of loadout. We're going to be using this setup for this session. It's kind of my goal from this session here on out to not use the same weapon kits for each session, to kind of switch things up, because I mean there's so much variety even within a single weapon class as to types of weapons you can use. So you see here's the collector rifle, which is kind of interesting, but probably not going to find much use for me. And this session we're going to be using the N7 Demolisher armor that I got last time, which I also repainted. Hold on, I need to get up and deal with my fucking dog here. He's trying to get out of my room, and the door's not open enough for him, and he's freaking out. There you go. Piece of crap. Go lay down somewhere else. Don't bother me. They always do this. Only when I'm recording, though. Whenever I'm doing anything else, they don't ever bother me. But when I'm recording, it's fucking on, apparently. And we're using the Eagle, and we're using the Hurricane. Hurricane's probably the weakest link in this kit, just because it's not... It's alright. I think it's best for the close quarters. And the only reason we're taking the pistol on top of that is because I've got this. These are kind of unique little attachments that are for pistols and SMGs only. Makes your powers better. And I think that's kind of cool. Another thing is, like I said, we're going to be using Demolisher armor this time. We'll probably fall back on Demolisher for a lot of builds just because it's so good for what I need it to do. I did recolor it, I think, a little bit. I may have changed the colors a little bit between sessions. I kind of modeled it off of those Alliance Marines over there to kind of get a more Alliance color scheme. I also mentioned we got Fury armor, which is it's really good for powers, and I think we're probably just gonna do like a really heavy power build at some point. And I want to do like a really heavy weapons build, but for that we're gonna need where is it? The T5V battle suits, which is really good for weapons builds, and I think that'll be a lot of fun. I don't think we're ever gonna use Shadow. Maybe. I don't know if I'm ever going to use Shadow Armor. It's kind of interesting, but I don't think I'll ever use it. Just because it's... maybe I'll find some kind of, like, sniper build that ends up using it. But I don't know. It just doesn't fondle my balls like any of the other... What does that even mean? I don't know. It doesn't excite me like the other armor sets do. Is there anything else here interesting? There's that backpack. Oh, we are so getting that. Oh my god. I have enough money for it too. Jesus Christ, we are so getting that. Fuck everything else. Everything else goes on hold. I've been fucking waffling for 10 minutes, but we are flying to Alliance Requisition right now, and we're fucking getting that Mako. Where the fuck is it? Come on, 5th Fleet. Enter, gimme. Note that at one point I had 140,000 credits, and I've spent it all on shit. I need to, just gonna run down there, I need to go to Equipment Manifest. Oh, it automatically equipped it. Awesome, the game knows what I like. Is there anything else? I want to keep the Yimmers down there. strikes fear into my crewmates. It's good for morale or something. I don't know. I like having them down there. Hey! Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. Come on, put up hydraulics so I can get close to it. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh my god. It's everything I could walk under it too. Oh no. Oh, that's a bad one. Oh, Jesus. I'll never leave you. You had better not fuck with my Mako. You hear me, officer? You fucking damage a single thing on her, it's coming out of your ass, alright? You better believe me. I'll tan your fucking hide if I have to. So that's that. I think I've covered everything from the last session now. I did see we have some mail. We want to read that before. Oh. Oh, that's right. When we got the wet work team, they came aboard. I guess that's just they are saying, like, hey, don't fucking come up here. Don't let them come up here, you idiot, because I'm actually the Shadow Broker. Teehee. So, this session, we're going to be doing, at the very least, Surcash. We may get some more done, but we're meeting with the Turians and the Krogans and the Solarians to kind of potentially broker a treaty so the Krogans can help us in the war. At the very least, this will be interesting.
Commander, the Solarian Dalatras and Krogan clan chief are ready to come aboard.
Have them brought to the conference room. And hope this doesn't start another war.
The Krogan is in no position to make demands.
The Krogan has a name.
Rex.
Not Rex. And I'm not just some junkyard Varen you unleash whenever you're in trouble. I've got my own problems. Reaper scouts have arrived on Tuchanka. So why should I care if a few Turians go extinct?
Trying to draw out negotiations will get you nowhere, Rex. I have no time for it. Just tell us what you want.
I'll tell you what I need. A cure for the genophage.
That's asking for a lot.
Absolutely not. The genophage is non-negotiable.
Why are you so opposed to the idea, Dalatras?
Because my people uplifted the Krogan. We know them best.
You mean you used us to fight a war you couldn't win? It wasn't the Solarians, or the Asari, or even the Turians that stopped the Rachni. It was Krogan blood that turned the tide.
And after that, you ceased to be useful. The genophage was the only way to keep your urges in check.
Oh.
Dalatras, you may not like him, but Rex is right. Insulting him won't change that.
I won't apologize for speaking the truth. We uplifted the Krogan to do one thing: wage war. It's all they know because it's all we wanted them to know.
I do appreciate also that Shepard decided to get out of her tank top and actually wear her dress boots for this for this meeting. I don't know if that's a modded thing or not. It may be a modded thing because I don't recall that, although I could be
Your
wrong.
people should have thought the matter through then. Was it really a surprise the Krogan revolted?
That's precisely my point, Commander. We made a rash decision. We turned to the Krogan in desperation. It's the same mistake you're about to make today. No good can come from curing the genophage.
I think you're wrong, but
Whether you like it or not, we need
yeah,
Krogan help
that is a
to
more
win this
compelling
war.
argument here.
And what happens when the war is over?
We'll find a new way to keep the peace.
And they'll break it.
Enough. This is all theoretical. It would take years to formulate a cure. There's no time.
My information says otherwise.
Really? What does your information say? 'Cause that's a damning accusation.
A Solarian scientist, Malin, grew a conscience. He was on my planet testing a cure on our females.
And I killed him.
I remember. His methods were barbaric.
But what you didn't know is that other females survived his experiments. So the Dalatress here sent in a team to clean up the whole mess and to take them prisoner.
Really?
Where did you get this? It could be a fabrication.
Don't insult me. Those are my people. They're immune to the genophage, and you're going to give them back.
Dalatrass, is this true?
How will curing the genophage benefit my people?
How long do you think you'll last alone against the Reapers? Because if you don't help, that's how it'll end up.
And I'll be the last friendly Turian you ever see.
What's it gonna be?
The females are being kept at one of our STG bases on Surkash. But I warn you, Commander, the consequences of this will be felt.
Will be nothing compared to what happens if the Reapers win.
Let's get the females.
You're not setting foot on Surkash. This will take time.
No, we're setting
It
foot on
happens
Surkash.
now. As a Council Spectre, Shepard can oversee the exchange.
We're going.
I won't forget this, Commander. A bully has few friends when he needs them most.
Says the person trying to bully us out of curing the genophage. Hey, Pot, have you met Kettle? You can't even bring Kasumi. What? I was gonna consider bringing her on this mission since EGM lets us bring in crew members from old games, and they seem to work the same as squad mates, but apparently that isn't the case at all, and we can't even bring her on this mission. Okay. That's really disappointing, actually. Oh, got the armor set, yeah. Weapon types, yeah, fine. Fine.
This is the Solarian homeworld we're headed to. They aren't used to seeing Krogan here, so let's keep it simple. We land, get the females, and leave before anyone changes their mind.
I still don't trust a word they say.
At least, try not to
Let
blow their heads
diplomacy
off.
play out, Rex. You'll get what you want.
These females are the best and probably last hope for my people.
We'll bring them back, Rex. Don't worry.
I appreciate that, Liara. I wouldn't want anyone else along for the ride.
Oh, you hurt Garrus's feeling.
I suppose I can make room for you too, Garrus.
Figured you'd gone soft sitting on your throne. Forgot how to hold a gun.
Commander, I have the Solarian base on sensors.
Set her down.
Did they even know that we're coming?
Commander, Solarian ground control says we don't have clearance to land.
Tell them the Dalatrass authorized this herself.
I knew they'd never keep their word. Let's see them try to stop a Krogan airdrop.
Rex,
Rex,
play nice. Come on now.
We have an unauthorized landing.
And who authorized you to hold my race hostage?
I forgot Rex is a biotic.
Halt! Stand down! Hold your fire! Commander Shepard, restrain your colleague. We only found out about this transfer a few moments ago.
I'd like to avoid a diplomatic incident.
As would we.
But you have something valuable to Rex.
Something worth dying for.
This matter can be resolved, but I must insist he remain under guard.
I can handle this, Rex.
I love the grumbling.
Anything goes wrong and all bets are off.
Oh, good old Rex.
I'm Paddock Wicks, and I appreciate your understanding, Commander. With war on everyone's minds, our people are on edge.
Oh, it's one of those guys.
Careful! Watch the
Hey,
container!
Liara, remember that thing?
I'd hope to never see one of those again.
As you can see, this base contains sensitive information.
What kind of work goes on here?
Evolutionary trials, morphological simulations, exogenetic assessments.
Solarian stuff.
Nothing is ever simple with Solarians, is it?
Science has always been our best defense. The research we do here has kept Surkesh safe for millennia.
Seems like a good place to hide things you don't want the galaxy to know about. Like female Krogan.
I'm aware of how this must look, but it was for their own good. They were in poor health when we found them on Tuchanka. We brought them here to stabilize their condition.
This whole planet smells wrong.
I'd like to see them.
Of course, I'll need to clear you for the lower levels. Give me a few moments and meet me near the elevator.
Interesting. What'd you guys say,
Where
Rex?
all you Solarians come from, huh? No wonder you're so soft. Too busy writing poetry about waterfalls.
You're thinking about Asari.
Shepard, I don't like this. I should be the one going.
Asari, the one that writes
How
poetry.
about you stay here and we only fight one war at a time?
That was just good old-fashioned Krogan hot air. If it had been real, they'd be dead.
Who tipped you off about the females here?
Sorry, Shepard, but they're listening to every word.
They're
we
literally
say.
right here.
I prefer my Solarian liver served raw. Besides, you'd think this is the kind of thing the Shadow Broker would have known about. Too bad I don't know him. Or her.
I'm sure the broker was very busy.
How would he know that? Did we tell him?
Back on the Normandy, you said Reapers were sighted on Tuchanka.
Clans Jorgal and Ravenor sighted a few landing parties. The Reapers are up to something. Tuchanka may be a pile of radioactive rubble, but it's our pile. And we'll fight to the last Krogan to keep it that way.
That's what I always liked about you, Rex.
My smoldering good look.
I mean, yes.
There is that. But you've never given up. And that determination's about to pay off.
Yeah. I would have thought back on Vermeer we'd be standing here doing this together.
We almost killed each other. Fun times.
What do you know about these females?
They weren't fertile, so we used them as decoys to draw off enemies from the ones who were. But Malin's experiments changed that. These damn pyjacks stole them right out from under us.
That's a pretty brutal way to treat your women, Rex.
The females suggested it. We've had to make a lot of tough choices to ensure we don't all die off.
What a horrible way to live.
It's just one more thing that'll get better when the genophage is cured.
Are the Krogan ready to fight the Reapers?
Ever since Sovereign showed up, I figured this day would come. My people have spent too much time selling ourselves out as mercenaries. Now we can get back to doing what Krogan do best, saving everyone else from giant monsters.
Never going to let us forget about the Rachni Wars, are you?
The last time I was at the Citadel, I didn't see a Turian statue in your honor.
He's not wrong.
Just wait till this war is over.
That's fantastic. I like
Good
you,
talking to
Garrus.
you again, Rex.
It'll be even better when we have a few Solarians for lunch.
Oh god, I love you, Rex, so much. Please come back aboard the Normandy. I want to talk to you some more. What you working on here, buddy? That's fantastic.
Agree with them or not, our orders are clear. Ensure the smooth handover of the Krogan detainees.
Who gave the order?
Our superiors, that's all that matters.
But they're gonna cure the genophage. Everything we've done to stop the Krogan will be for nothing.
When I want your opinion, I'll promote you. Until then, stay sharp and keep your mouth shut.
Appears like a lot of Solarians actually don't mind the genophage at all. That's an interesting... Oh.
Please don't touch that.
Hmm.
As I said, Commander, don't touch that.
Make me.
Again, I would ask you to refrain from touching
Make
that.
me.
Perhaps don't touch that means something different in your language. I would rather not refer this matter to the human embassy. Touch it all you want. You'll never find out what it does. Are humans really so deprived of stimulus that they must insist on touching everything?
I'm playing a video game, so yeah, apparently.
I'm afraid if you keep touching that, you risk a diplomatic incident.
I'm a Spectre.
Further manipulation of that object is grounds for further admonishment. Really? You must stop touching that. Once more, the Solarian Union formally requests that you not touch that. Fine. If you are so enamored of that object, then I suggest you get your own feces analyzed. We've already been down that road. No more.
That actually isn't modded. That is vanilla, believe it or not. Alright.
Commander Shepard,
Kirahe.
it's Major Kirahe. I'd heard you were coming.
That's harsh, Shepard.
Good to see you again. Sounds like you've been promoted.
Yes, due in no small part to our mission on Vermeer. Hold the line. You saved my men that
Most
day.
of them.
Good to see a friendly face, mate.
Didn't save one of mine, though.
Garrus Vicarian. Always a pleasure. And same to you, Dr. Tassoni.
Major.
It seems the Reapers have a way of bringing us together.
For better or worse.
Are the Solarians prepared for war with the Reapers?
I've heard what they're doing to your Earth. I'm not sure any species can prepare for that. Though rumors suggest you're building a superweapon of some kind.
I trust Kirahe.
This business with the females is part of it. I need the Turians' support, and they need the Krogans.
Which is why I never became a diplomat. Too much hand-holding. Leave it to the Dalatresses.
How'd you get posted to this base, Major?
I led the team on Tachanka that found the females. Nasty business. Malin may have meant well, but his operation was crude. Test subjects were unaccounted for. The females easily escaped his lab.
What do you think about bringing the female Krogan here?
Our scientists say it's important to preserve the females. Evolutionary paradigms. I say when people know you're hiding something valuable, they'll want to steal it.
Which is why I'm here.
Either way, I have my orders. They'll be your problem soon enough.
I guess we're both still feeling the effects of Vermeer.
Yes, ironic. You destroyed the genophage cure, yet now it's the key to an alliance. Your standoff with Erdnot Rex is legend within STG.
It is?
I'm sure you saw Rex's entrance.
Our colony's 3 systems away saw it.
Yes, and he's rather angry about the security arrangements.
Apologies, but better that than a Krogan with a shotgun wandering the base. Think of all the casualties. Our medbay couldn't handle it.
It actually is. I hadn't really ever thought of it that way, that, you know, years ago, I almost killed Rex over a genophage cure. And now here I am with him, trying to get a genophage cure. It's an interesting thing to mull over.
Security seems high. You expecting trouble?
Our motto in STG is to always expect trouble. Failing that, create trouble for someone else.
That's a good motto.
Our enemies have the same idea.
Nice seeing you again, Major.
Likewise. And Commander, regardless of what the politicians decide, you can count on my support retaking Earth.
You do that.
Consider it my way of returning a favor. It would be an honor to fight alongside you again. Good day.
I always enjoy my exchanges with you, Kirahe. You're a good man.
Another incursion?
Air defenses report unidentified craft skirting our inbound approach vectors.
It's like someone's testing our defenses.
Appears that way, sir.
I don't like it. Not with everything else going on.
I was starting to forget what peace sounds like. You'd never know that a war for the whole galaxy is happening right now.
The Solarians can't stay out of it forever. Though seeing this, I can't really blame them for trying.
You have clearance now to see the females, Commander. I hope we can resolve this matter without reenacting the Krogan rebellions.
What do you think about handing over the Krogan?
I differ from most of my colleagues. Curing the genophage will bring closure to this issue. In the future, the Krogan may yet play some role we can't even imagine. We should let the evolutionary process decide who lives and dies. not galactic politics.
I like that. I think that's a nice approach to
Thanks
it.
for your time.
Of course. Proceed into the elevator when you're ready.
Can do, sir. 10-4, good buddy.
Now take this elevator down and someone will...
What's that?
What's happening?
Sensors have picked up activity on the perimeter. Hurry, Commander. Someone will meet you below.
How curious.